Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mr. Speed, and welcome back to the second and final round of the King of the Hill competition of this week. Sorry, we were a little bit behind. Had some customs that we were doing and some other things that we're doing, but we're going to get right to this race, you guys. So, again, remember, we are going to let the losers have a chance in a double elimination bracket this time around. So, let's get down to the races, and let's see who's going to win the new King of the Hill. Alright guys, first up is Rodney and Nighthawk. Let's see which one's going to win this one. This is the second round for the final race here. Let's get underway. And here they're off with Nighthawk with a great start. Rodney cannot come back, can't catch up to him, so it looks like Nighthawk is going to win this one with no problem whatsoever. Nighthawk just had the acceleration straight off the start, through the whole straightaway at the beginning, through the whippersnapper. Rodney just could not bring the power back to beat Nighthawk. All right, we got Snakebite in lane 1 and Sunflower in lane 2. Both really fast competitors this year. This is going to be an interesting one. Here they go with Snakebite with the lead. Although it looks like Sunflower had a bit of a problem coming off the track in the beginning. Couldn't keep it straight, and Snakebite is going to take that win. Let's take a look at the slow-mo on this one. So both really good starts. Sunflower right there jumped off the track and jumped back on. Lost a lot of speed there. All right, so we got Ramrod in lane 1 and Barney in lane 2. Here they go. Ramrod with a great start from last race, and here comes Barney, just smokes him on this first straightaway through the whippersnapper and leaving Ramrod in the dust. Oh, but he crashes on the finish line there, but still going to count. So Ramrod is going to be eliminated. Now Ramrod had a pretty decent start. Great acceleration. That weight of that truck really pushed him downhill, but as soon as Barney hit that straightaway, he was just gone. Those turbos kicked in, and Ramrod didn't have a chance. Bad accident there at the end, though. All right, next week we got Slick versus Ozzy. Let's see how this one's going to turn out here. All right, they're off. It's pretty close, neck and neck down the straightaway. Ozzy comes out ahead, down the whippersnapper through the straight, and just does not give Slick any chance at all for coming back. So both good contenders this year, but just I had high hopes for Slick. Just couldn't keep up with that exotic power that Ozzy has. But Slick is not out. All right, you guys, this is going to be round 2 of the losers. So we got Arnie and Slick. So whoever loses this one is going to be disqualified. Here they go, pretty neck and neck. There comes Slick. Down the straightaway through the whippersnapper. Arnie having a hard time coming through the whippersnapper. Can't gain that speed. And Slick is going to take this one. Great acceleration from both of them down, but it looks like Arnie lost a lot of speed on the straightaway. Slick just kept that power all the way. Slick is in the 55 Chevy, I believe, or is that the 57 Chevy, and Arnie's in the 55 Chevy. All right, next up we got Bubbles and Ramrod. Here we go. Both neck and neck down the straightaway. Bubbles with a slight advantage coming around the whippersnapper. Starts to take off more and just leaves Ramrod in the dust. Good job, Bubbles. Great race. If you look at Bubbles, he's got that giant rear tires, race tires, with them little street drag tires up front. So that's what gave it all that speed. It's got a solid chunk of metal on the back of that casting, so it gives it some nice weight. Ramrod just had a hard time around the whippersnapper there. All right, next we've got Sunflower versus Espresso. Sunflower with a great start, but here comes Espresso coming around the whippersnapper. Can he, but here comes Espresso through the last straightaway and beats Sunflower. You know, Sunflower had a great start, was holding on to the speed, but Espresso around the whippersnapper almost as like a slingshot cannon down the straightaway and just had a boost for the win. All right, next up we got Trackstar and Rodney. Here we go. Trackstar with an awesome start around the whippersnapper. Put on the turbos on that train, and it's gone. All right, now we're back to the winners section here. We've got Nighthawk and Snakebite, both really fast contenders. This is going to be interesting. And they're off. Snakebite with a little bit of a lead. Nighthawk right behind him. Not giving too much space up, but there he goes. Snakebite with the acceleration and just leaves Nighthawk in the dust. I had a lot of high hopes for Nighthawk, but it looks like Snakebite just had that extra power towards the end, because right here Nighthawk was kind of keeping up with him, and he had the advantage of the inside lane, but just hopped a little bit and really slowed down. All right, two fast contenders here. You guys, we got Ozzy in lane 1 and Barney in lane 2. Here they're off. Ozzy with a great little start. Both of them neck and neck through the whippersnapper. Going to be a good race. And Ozzy on the right side. Oh, there goes Barney. Crashes and is off the track. Ladies and gentlemen, we had a nasty crash here on the straightaway. Was coming down to a great race. It looked like Barney was giving it all he could, trying to catch up to Ozzy, and just couldn't handle it. Just flew off. What a horrible crash. All right, next up we got Slick and Bubbles. We are back to the losers section. Here we go, Slick with a great acceleration, but Bubbles right on him, coming around the whippersnapper, coming down the straightaway, and that's where Bubbles is going to take off with that extra weight and power band there. So Slick with the early advantage. Don't underestimate the bubble car, though. That thing can really gain some speed. Right about here, when it hits that downhill, it just almost like a boost. Okay, now we've got Trackstar and Espresso. Two fast contenders. And a Trackstar with a great start, but here comes Espresso around the whippersnapper. Is it enough to get in the lead? It's not, and Trackstar is going to get the win. Great effort by Espresso, though. Let me tell you what, Trackstar is one fast locomotive. Right here is where I thought he was going to gain the speed. Just wasn't enough, though. Just wasn't enough. Good race. All right, so now we're back to the eliminations here. We got Bubbles and Nighthawk. This is going to be elimination of one of these two. Here goes Bubbles with a great start, but here comes Nighthawk. Is Nighthawk going to have enough speed? It doesn't look like, and Bubbles is going to hold on the whole way. Bubbles is really showing to be a fast contender this year. Don't underestimate the goofy ones, guys. Bubbles even had a little bit of a rocky situation there on the whippersnapper as well, but Nighthawk, you know, don't count him out. He was catching up. All right, next up we got Ozzy and Trackstar. This is going to be a close race, I have a feeling. Again, with the Trackstar with a great start, but here comes Barney around the whippersnapper, going to get that boost through the straightaway. Oh, and Trackstar and Ozzy, Barney, they both crash. Looks like the Trackstar was given all he could, and he just gave a little too much power towards the end there. And he skidded off the track. Thank goodness he didn't crash off the track this time. That would have been a catastrophic event. But right here, he saw Barney coming up and said, "Nuh-uh, I got to push it," and then boom. And then Barney had a bad accident at the finish line, but they're going to count that as a win. All right, guys, we got Snakebite and Ozzy. Here we go. And both neck and neck down the first straightaway coming around the whippersnapper. It's going to be a very close race. Ozzy with a little bit of advantage lead there and just starts pulling away from Snakebite. Great race from Ozzy there. Snakebite just did not have the extra oomph to get it in front of him. But definitely Snakebite is definitely a fast contender. All right, guys, Bubbles and Barney. Here we go. Bubbles with a great start. Barney coming through the first straightaway, going to pass him up through the last straightaway, and Bubbles is not going to have a chance this time with Barney. Barney with a little bit of a crash there at the end. All right, guys, now it's coming down to Snakebite and Barney. I believe the winner of this series moves on. Here comes Barney with a great start, coming around the whippersnapper and just holds the lead the whole time against Snakebite. So remember, you guys, all the losers have a one more chance of coming back. It is a double elimination. So now that we're getting closer to the end, he doesn't have any other losers to race, so he had to race Barney. All right, guys, now we got Snakebite and Ozzy. Snakebite in lane 1, Ozzy in lane 2. Here we go. Both really fast contenders. And they're off, and Snakebite with a nice start. Can he hold it the whole way? Here comes Ozzy. Oh, Ozzy's little fishtails over around the corner and just could not hold on. Ozzy was given a little bit too much power there and fishtailed and started to lose it. So the whippersnapper here, right here, when he started coming down the straight, there's where Ozzy started losing it a little bit. Lost a little bit of speed. But it looked like he was gaining on Snakebite a bit, but just not enough. And here's the last race, everybody. Snakebite versus the Trans Am, which is the current winner of the King of the Hill. So let's see if he's going to hold his reign here. And they're off. And the Trans Am holding the lead, like always, around the whippersnapper. The Snakebite in the lead, but here comes the Trans Am. Not going to let him win it this year. Trans Am is going to hold the crown, you guys. So there it is. There it is, everybody. The Trans Am is going to be the victor in this week's King of the Hill. Make sure you guys stay tuned. We're going to have a whole new set of contenders. So make sure you guys watch the qualifying videos and pick your guys' pick in the comments below. Thanks for joining, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this race. We'll see you guys on the next one. See you later.